It's great to see you again. I'm Dr. John R. Gerdy, and on behalf of Dr. Dude Be Funky, I want to welcome you to another journey through the Alphabone Orchestra. Now, you caught me off guard. I was just playing my slide guitar a little bit, right? What's so cool about slide guitar, right? That sounded kind of funky, man, right? But what's so cool about slide guitar is it's another way you can get a lot of different sounds out of an instrument, right? Right? There's one way you can play a guitar, and if you play with a slide guitar, it sounds a lot different. I'm going to demonstrate that for a little bit, just a little bit. But the slide guitar is a very important instrument in a style of music called the blues. And we're going to introduce the blues to you today and talk about it. And in fact, we're going to end up going to the glossary of musical terms to get a good definition of the blues in just a minute. But I do want to tell you just a little bit about the blues. They originated in Africa and then took the modern form down in deep south of the United States, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, right? And this occurred almost 140, 50 years ago, maybe, right? That the blues started to really catch on, right? And, but the slide guitar was a very, very important instrument in the blues. You know why? Because back then in the Deep South, there wasn't electricity. Believe it or not, there was no electricity, right? And so therefore, musicians did not have amplifiers that they could plug their instrument in and make it sound really loud, right? They just didn't have them because they didn't have electricity, right? But they still wanted to play in front of people and at parties and in houses and things like that. And so they needed something that made the guitar sound a lot louder than normal. And they came up with what's called a slide guitar. And what all this is, it's a top of an old bottle, an old wine bottle, man. You cut off the top and it forms a slide guitar. It's just glass, right? You can also have them in metal. They can be metal. Mine's glass. That's what I like. So I'm going to demonstrate you why the slide guitar is so important, particularly what's called the Delta blues. Okay, acoustic long time ago blues, right? And the blues take all forms. They're played all over the world now, and there are all kinds of ways you can play the blues. But I'm going to demonstrate sort of the slide guitar blues, right? Now, let me show you here. Now, let's say if you're going to play a party and you don't have an amplifier and a lot of people, this is kind of how loud the guitar would sound, right? Right? Not all that loud. Put on a slide guitar. Listen to this right now. See how much louder it is? Because it makes the strings ring louder. And that's what the slide guitar does. And that's why it's so important, a blues instrument, right? Because when there was no amplification, you needed something to make the guitar sound a lot louder so people could hear you and dance and have fun at a party, right? So that's the slide guitar, right? And we're introducing you to the blues. Now, I do have to say something before we go any further on behalf of Dr. Dude Be Funky. He's disappointed that he can't be with you here today, but you know him. He's traveling around. He's a world-famous musicologist, and also a master of disguise. Don't forget that. And a snappy dresser, if you really take a close look at him. So, but he's not here today. He sends his regards. He hopes you're doing well, and he appreciates you taking time out of your busy schedule today, too. But I think, I talked to him yesterday. He's in Mississippi, actually, right now, traveling around, playing with some of the old Mississippi bluesmen right now, right? So he's doing okay, but he sends his regard. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the blues. But the first thing we're going to do is what? If you don't know, we want a definition of a music or musical genre or a way of style of songs or instruments. The Alpha Bone Orchestra, remember? Where do we go in the Alpha Bone Orchestra if we want to look stuff up like that? The glossary of musical terms and instruments. So remember this? I'm going to go to the glossary and I'm going to look up the blues to see what blues says. Blues, an African-American music that developed in the rural southern United States towards the end of the 19th century. In other words, a long time ago, 130 years probably. Blues music can cover a wide range of emotions and musical styles. From slow, sad songs, right, of heartbreak and bad luck, to raucous dance songs, music that celebrates pleasure and success. So it could be all kinds of types of songs. Happy songs, sad songs, fast songs, slow songs, quiet songs, loud songs. Blues can be all kinds of different styles and types of music, right? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to play the blues together. You got your pots and pans, right? You got your drums, you're rounding them up, you're ready to jam, play a little music together. Because the thing about it is, remember last time, the last lesson, last journey through the Alpha Bone Orchestra that we did, what did we do? We wrote a song. We talked about one of the coolest things about music is you can write songs about anything. And remember, we made up a song and wrote it. We talked about, well, maybe we write something about Cold Piece of Blues. But we ended up writing about Stinky Feet Blues. Remember that? So what we're going to do is we're going to play Stinky Feet Blues. See, you already know how to play the blues. We've already played it together, right? So we're going to play some blues now, only we're going to play it with the slide guitar. The same song, Stinky Feet Blues, but we're going to play it with the slide guitar. Okay, get ready, get your pots and pans, get everything together, okay? Got what you need? Okay, how we're going to start the song, you know how to do that, right? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up this morning, had them stanky feet blues. Woke up this morning, had them stanky feet blues. Looked in the corner, my mama, papa had them too. Ooh, that's stanky. Sniff to my left, you know I sniff to my right. Sniff to my left, yeah, you know I sniffed to my right. Smelling something over there, man. Stinky feet in the morning, I got stanky feet at night. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, shake your pots and pans. Shake it, don't break it. Sniff to my left, you know I sniffed to my right. Sniff to my left, sniffed to my right. Whoa, I got them stinky feet in the morning, I got them stanky feet at night. See, that was fun. You already know how to play the blues. We played the blues, the Stinky Feet Blues. We played them with a slide guitar, important instrument in the early blues because, wow, there was no electricity and it makes it sound a lot louder, right? So, man, that was fun. You were shaking it, too. That was awesome. You sounded great. So anyway, so you guys know how to play the blues already. So we did Stinky Feet. That's one of the coolest things about the blues, right? You get to make up songs about anything you want to make it up. So it's wonderful to be here playing Stinky Feet Blues with you, talking about the blues. That's good. Oh, you know what we got to do? Got to do it again. Almost forgot. We got to do the letter game because I want to make sure. You're reading your book, reading your alphabet book. I want to make sure you're studying your letters, right? So I want to test you. You remember this. Because the artwork that I had to do in order to put in that book, let's see if you've been studying. What's this letter? Ha! What is that letter? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at Dr. Funky. He's all looking green right there. He got blue eyes. Funky hair. Let's turn around there. Oh, man. What is that? That's the B. That's the B bone. What other words start with B? But we've been talking about it. Right? We've been talking about, what is it? Blues. The blues. Blues, right? What else? Oh, I know. An instrument. Bassoons. The bassoon is an instrument that we wrote about and we read about. Remember this? Yeah. The B bone belongs in big bands, booming, bellowing, blasting with a bunch of bagpipes, bassoons, bugles, bells, and banjos. All those names, all those instruments begin with B. Ba. In fact, if we look in the glossary of musical terms and instruments, we see there's a bassoon. It's like a long, really long instrument. How about that? Bassoon. What else begins with B? Oh, I know one. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Bzzz. Bzzz. Bees. Bees. You know, bees, you insect. Hey, one thing I want to tell you about bees. People have a lot of misconceptions about bees. Bees are important. They're really, really important to be nice to bees. Take care of bees. They do a lot of good things. They pollinate our flowers, pollinate our food. They're really important, right? But one thing, a lot of times there are bees flying around, oh, no, they're going to sting me. No. Nah. Bees are cool, man. Bees are just like anybody else. As long as you're nice to them, they aren't going to sting you. Just be nice. If one lands on you, just let them go around. It's not going to sting you. Just shy it away a little bit. So be nice to bees. They're important. We got to take care of bees. All right? It's a great insect. Now, how about this one? Oh, here's another one. I'm not sure you can be able to get this one, but we'll give it a shot. What letter is this? Oh, there's Dr. Funky there looking around at it again. Look at those long arms of his, man. Those long arms come around there and it comes down here. Woo! He's got a long arm. This one goes all the way over here, goes outside the picture and comes back here and is playing it up here. Well, what instrument is that? I'm sorry, what am I talking about? What letter is that? F! It's the F bone. Remember the F bone? What other words begin with F? We've been singing about it. As in Stinky Feet Blues, feet, F. Right? Remember when we read about F in the Alpha Bone Orchestra? We read about, oh, I remember this one. This was a good one, right? Remember, the F-Bone Federation flew to France for the Fantastic Flute Festival. Remember that? Remember the grace note? The flute is the oldest instrument in the world to play notes. And if you want to see a little picture of the flute, where do you go? Glossary of musical terms and instruments, okay? How about this? The flute. There's a picture of the flute right there. It's another long instrument. It's not as big as the bassoon, right? But it's kind of a long, straight instrument, but it's a wonderful instrument. You kind of play it like this, or on the side. So if you want to play a good instrument, a flute's a good one to play, okay? Anyway, well, so we put F. One last thing. One other letter I want to talk to you. Really test you. What other letter begins with F? We've been talking about it. Remember the ukulele? If you were in Hawaii, what would you call the ukulele? Remember this? We talked about this. The jumping flea. Flea. Fleas are very, very small insect. But remember the jumping flea. That's a ukulele. If you from Hawaii. That's what they call it there. So there you go. Well, thanks so much for playing the letter game for us. That was fun. We'll do that again because I do want to make sure that test you on your letters and make sure you're keeping up with them because that's important. Got to learn your letters. Okay. Well, you know what we're going to do? That's been so much fun, but I think, I want to play a little more music. I'm going to get my other guitar, not my slide guitar now. Okay? I'm going to get my other guitar. And let's play another blues song. Now, we've been playing this song for a while, right? And you probably didn't realize it, but you know what? It's a blues song. Remember Shake, Rattle, and Roll? That's a blues song. And this is kind of, remember how I talked about you have slow, sad songs? That was kind of like Stinky Feet. It's kind of sad if you have stinky feet, you know what I'm saying? But Shake, Rattle, and Roll, that's kind of a fun dancing tune, right? Say a raucous dance tune, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to play another blues song. This is blues too. But this is kind of a different style of blues song. Okay, ready? How are we going to start? You all know how we start, right? Ready? A one. We got your pots and pans. Ready to bang them? Ready to shake them a little bit? Okay, ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Yes, play some percussion, make some noise with the pots and pans. Like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. Like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. So many friends, I don't know which way to jump. My bad. I got my kazoo. Okay if I play my kazoo a little bit? Well, shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake them now, shake them pots and pans. Rattle and roll. Well, you don't do right to save your doggone soul. Oh yeah, shake them. Come on, you know what to do. Right, shake them, shake them, shake them, whoa. Oh yeah, shake them, shake, round and roll. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That was outstanding. Thanks so much for playing, jamming with me today. Thanks for shaking your pots and pans. Thanks for strumming along, whatever you were doing. It's been so much fun. So, I really, once again, appreciate you all taking time out of your busy schedule to visit on another Alpha Bone Orchestra journey through the Alpha Bone Orchestra. Thanks so much for playing with me, playing guitars with me, and singing along and playing the letter game. It was a lot of fun. So I am Dr. John R. Gerdy, and on behalf of Dr. Dude Be Funky, I'm going to leave with one last thought. Okay? Keep on reading. And never stop singing. We'll see you the next time. Oh yeah, it's been fun. See you next time.